meditation, gratitude, journaling won't fix your mental health. They might teach you how to control your thoughts. Like they might, if you do gratitude journaling, you might get more gratitude thoughts. And if you do meditation, you might get less thoughts, or you might control your thoughts. By journaling, you might see your thoughts with a third person's perspective, but they won't help you fix your mental health. All of those people, YouTubers, or whoever tell you that this habit or these habits can fix your mental health, like any of them, they all don't know shit. I once was a depressed kid. I was depressed to a point that I had fucking no friends. I didn't want to make any friends. I used to sleep at 3, 4, 5, or sometimes 6 a.m. in the morning. Like stay awake till 6 a.m. in the morning. Doing what? Working? No. Binge watching YouTube, binge watching fucking gameplays, movies, series. And then I used to make fucking instant noodles at 3 a.m., 4 a.m. I used to binge eat a lot of packets of chips, biscuits, and whatnot. And then I used to wake up at 2 or 3 p.m. in the day, doing no fucking work, going out with my friends to enjoy what? To enjoy street food. And then I used to come home, eat my dinner, which many times would be pasta or chili potatoes or like basically junk food. And then that was my life basically. I was a skinny fat kid. I was really, really, really depressed. I didn't work. I didn't talk to anyone. I didn't do literally anything productive in my life. But now I consider myself a human being. Yeah, I consider myself as really, really healthy. I'm physically very, very fit and healthy. I'm a martial artist. I train 12 to 13 times a week now. A week, 12 to 13 times a week, 2 hours per session. So approximately 4 hours a day. I eat really good. I don't even remember the last time I ate something junk or sugar or something. I socialize. I have good training partners whom I call my brothers. We train together, we hit each other, we punch each other, but then at the end of the day, we enjoy each other. We are brothers. That's my tribe. And I also record videos. I have took myself from there to here. So I'm speaking by experience that none of those habits will help you, or even going to therapy. Like if you have a trauma or something really bad happened to you, which we will come to later. Then therapy might help a little, but it won't. Basically, these habits might help you with your thoughts or with your mental health a little bit, but they won't get your mental health from being bad to good. I didn't do any of those habits to get here. None of these habits I did to get here. Only thing that decides whether you have a good mental health or a bad mental health is only thing that decides whether you have a good mental health or a bad mental health is whether you are living like a human being or not. That is the only thing which decides whether you have a good mental health or a bad mental health. So what do I mean by that? So for example, let's say, what are the things which can potentially destroy your mental health, which can potentially make your mental health bad? Those things are a heartbreak, alcohol, reels, like not like 2 reels a day, but really like 2 to 3 hours of watching reels a day. Junk food, like a lot of junk food, a lot of junk food. And if you don't believe me, like just watch. There is a YouTuber called Nicocado Avocado. Now he have made a good transformation, but watch his previous videos. If he's eating a burger and it falls out of his hand, he literally fucking cries his ass out right there. He used to have a really bad mental health. Now he had done a transformation. I'm not sure about it, but that is a sign of a really bad mental health. Okay. So junk food really gives you a really, really bad mental health. being lonely, or you know, when something happens to you which is like, not supposed to happen to a human being. If you are a girl, you something bad can happen to you. You get me, right? Something very traumatizing, basically. So all of those things destroy your mental health. And all of those things are the things which say that you are not living like a human being. All of those things are not so humanly things, right? Now they are normalized, they are more than normalized, more than common. Everybody, like almost everybody does that. Almost everybody drinks, almost everybody smokes, eats a lot of junk, watch reels every day, all day, watch Netflix every day, all day. All of those things they do, and they are not passionate about their work. They, whatever they are doing, they don't like it. They never feel like working. They never feel like getting better at their work. They are very complacent, very satisfied. All of those inhumanly things, which should be like, which should not be normalized, which should have never been normalized, or should have never been common, are the things that destroy your mental health. Those are the things that destroy your mental fucking health. I know you agree with me. It's nothing but those things, and all of those things are inhumanly things, right? All of those things are like not so human being things. Basically, I don't know that word. Like for example, a girl, if like something really bad happens to a girl, like fucking desperate ass man does something bad to a girl, so that is not supposed to happen to a human being, right? That experience, like a human being, a girl is not supposed to experience that thing. So that destroys her mental health, her whole life. We are not, like the same way, we are not designed to have excess amount of stimulation, alcohol, reels, a lot of junk food, like all of that. We are not designed for that. Staying inside your room, like what I used to do, we are not designed for that. So when we do something which we are not designed for, that fucks up our mental health. It's as simple as that. It's nothing complex. It's as simple as that. If something we do or happens to us which is not supposed to happen to a human being, or which is not supposed to be done by a human being, it destroys our mental health. So it's a really easy concept. So before moving to the things which, like, you might know by now, that what I'm going to tell you to make your mental health go from bad to good. But before we go to that, I will tell you that the only thing which you need in order to do these, in order to leave these habits and accept those habits, do those habits which will make your mental health go from bad to good, is discipline. That is what you need. In order to get rich, you need discipline. In order to have a good mental health, you need discipline. In order to have a good relationship, you need discipline. In order to have a good body, you need discipline. Discipline affects every part of your life. And what I say, like, this is a quote: the only thing that can change your fate is discipline. That is the only thing that can change your fate. That is why I have made a course on primal discipline. Have you ever wondered why primal men were always disciplined enough to go out, risk their life, and hunt for food? How kings had that discipline, had that drive inside them to go. Like, if a king is sitting at a place, at a throne, has a really big city, he still has drive, has enough discipline to conquer another one. Have you ever wondered how they had that level of discipline, had that level of drive to conquer the whole world? That is what I answer in my course. Go and check it out. You will become unrecognizable in just 90 days. Now, the things that will make your mental health go from bad to good are the things which we are supposed to do as a human being. It's just that simple. We are supposed to socialize. We are supposed to be in nature, out of the house. We are not supposed to just sit down and type for fucking hours. If that is your job and you love it, that's okay. But I still suggest take a break every 2 hours and stand up. Like, yeah, it's okay when you want to thrive for 2 days, 3 days, when you're working on a fucking big fucking project and that is your life, and you want to sit down and thrive without getting up. That is okay. We are made to work hard. But if you do it every day, I would really suggest get up and go out in nature between and like take a break every 2 hours between your work session, right? Work out, have good, great people around you. Talk to people. We are not supposed to live alone. We are called social beings and we are supposed to be social. And that does not mean putting a story on your social media. That does not make you social. That is a fucking trap. Okay? That is just a trap. That does not make you social. That makes you a retard, basically. If you're not an influencer, right? And most people are not. So even I'm not right now. And if I put a fucking story without any purpose, if I just take a selfie and put a song on it, I'm a fucking retard. That makes me a retard. More things like eating good, exercising, working out, basically, socializing, going out in nature, being in nature, not watching reels, not getting high stimulation, just living like a human being, living with your family, living with someone. That makes you a human being, and that makes you go from bad mental health to good mental health. And I promise, it's just that simple. If you don't believe me, I promise it's just that simple. Yes, you can do meditation. It will, if you do all of these things, then if you do meditation, then it will help. It will make it a bit faster. If you do journaling, it will make it a bit faster. Those things basically help you control your thoughts more than improving your mental health. And but gratitude journaling, I would say, does help you a little bit, right? Because you are rejecting negative thoughts, which eventually lead to bad mental health, and you are accepting positive thoughts, which eventually lead to good mental health, right? So, first, start living like a human being. That is the first ever step if you want to have a good mental health. And if you want to know what is the number one thing out of all of these, it's socializing. Start being with people in nature, outside, not playing video games with them. Okay, not on social media, not on Tinder or fucking anything like that on any social media. Go out and meet people, meet your friends, meet your family. Like, I understand if you're on self improvement and your friends are not, you might have some resistance that, you know, you don't, what is that word? You are not compatible with them anymore. I understand that. But still, just don't talk about your goal, don't talk about any future or anything. Go and just spend some time with them. Don't spend a lot of time with them, and go and spend some time with them. I would say having some friends is better than, like, I mean, having friends who are a little bit of losers, right? Who are not that serious on self improvement is better than having no friends. The people who I spend time with are my training partners, whom I train with in my gym, right? So they are all not on self improvement, right? They eat junk food, they do all of that. They are not as aware as I am. They are not as educated as I am on this topic. Okay, they are well educated, but on this topic they are not. But I still spend time with them because this one thing matches us up. MMA, right? So go and find someone in your gym or a temple, a church, or wherever you go. If you even if you have like one thing, if you even find one thing that they do really good, that is connected to self improvement, then you be friends with them, okay? And especially if that thing is health, if they have a good mental health, good physical health, be friends with them, okay? They will have a positive impact on your life. They might have a negative one also. If they play video games, they are a bit of a loser. But I would really say just don't talk about that, right? Just don't talk about the things you don't like. Maybe tell him that he should not do that. Most probably he won't listen to you. But until you get a good friend, spend time with them, right? And even if when you get a good friend, just spend time with them, because otherwise it would be like you are using someone, right? But and that is not a good thing, not a human thing. Go and check out the link in the description of my course, Primal Discipline.